All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I hope my voice is coming good and clear. I think I have some difficulty in the microphone. Let me know, please, if you have any problem. Today our topic is nothing new, the same as usual, but we challenge the Muslims today if they really think that they have a religion and they have a belief which is solid and can be examined. As we know, Muslims, they flood the internet trying to prove their religion to be a true belief, making tons and thousands of claims about miracles of the Quran. But day after day, we examine them and we find that all of them, they are phony, false, stupid, and full of lies. And today, we are here to have an open challenge for whoever he think he can prove us in any way, in any mean. Not necessarily in what it's called scientific miracles, which is phony, as we said, but in any way he wish. So if you are a Muslim, my Skype is open. Please feel free. You can call me. You can text me, and I will be happy to take your call. Now, if we look at the Muslims' claim about their religion, you will find that a Muslim person, he is really desperate, trying to prove that Islam is a religion should be respected and even accepted. But I find that this, depression is coming from a very strong reason, which is Muhammad is not a prophet. And because he's not a prophet, how I can make him a prophet? This is the question. A Muslim, he asks himself every day the same question: how I can make my prophet a prophet? How I can make him appear like a prophet? Muhammad, he have a very bad reputation. He was a very bad person. He's a criminal. He is a killer. He is even his sexuality does not make any sense except for somebody he is really not normal. And we are trying just to be polite, but you know that Muhammad, he even have sexual relationship with the children's, which is it cannot be accepted, not before, not now. And the Muslims, in order to cover this issue, they say at that time it was okay. I mean, since when it was okay? Adam, God created for him Eve, not a child. So what do you mean it's okay? You know what I mean? Because we have to remember that if it was okay, I mean, how older can we go before Adam? God himself, he created Eve, which is a woman, not a child, for Adam to sleep with. So since when it's okay? And what the purpose of marrying a child? Is that to have children's or to have sex? If it is about sex, then we understand that Muhammad, he liked to have sex with the children's. If it's about having a family and bearing children's, well, a child cannot give you children's anyway. So what the purpose of this marriage? Obviously it's nothing but lust, and a person who he like to have sexual relationship with the children's. Somebody's asking me, what is the original sin? The original sin simply is a very simple idea that there is the first man, his name is Adam. He disobeyed God, and that is the first sin and the origin of sin. You listen to the devil, you disobey God. But in the same time, original sin does not mean that we are being punished. Muslims, they have a very false idea about original sin. They think we are punished. I mean, okay, Adam, he commits sin, and we are punished just because Adam commits sin. The fact we are sinners too. So the idea of the original sin, that we are sinners the same as our father Adam, and we are no better. So Muslims, they think that just because Adam sinned, we are going to be punished, and that is not absolutely false. Muslims always, they have a very false ideas about Christianity, and the reason for that, if you go to a Muslim school, and me myself, I grew up in a Muslim school, they always teach you false things about everybody, not only about Christians, about the Jews, about the Hindus, about the Buddhas, everybody. There is no true information, there is no honesty, there is no dignity in the education they give to their children, because the purpose of this information they give to their children is to make them don't like those people, hate them. As an example, once I was in high school, And a Muslim, he's a nice person actually. The person, you know, he came to me and he says, I will tell you, I will ask you a question, but I'm afraid you will beat me up. I said, why do you think I will beat you up? He said, well, I know you, you know. I said, but why, what you will say to me will make me beat you up? He said, this is why I'm asking you. You promised me you will not do anything wrong. I said, well, I don't know if I can promise you what you want to tell me. Tell me first. He said, no, I cannot tell you. Promise me first. So anyway, I promised him. He said to me that his Islamic teacher in the classroom, and I wasn't there, he said that Christians, before they get married, the priest, he have to sleep with them, with the wife. Imagine. The priest, the Muslims teaching their children that your priest, before you take your wife home, she have to spend the night over with the priest. Do you believe it? So they are willing to fabricate all kind of lies to make the Muslims believe that you are really a filthy creature. You are not even like considered to be respected. How dare you to you let your wife to sleep with the priest? So for them, when they see us as ugly people because they have a very false information about us. The fact is the opposite. It's Muhammad who made chapters in the Quran saying any Muslim woman, she gave herself to the Prophet, she is a privilege for him. And not only that, if we go and see the interpretation, we will find that it says that if the Prophet, his eyes fall into a woman, her husband must divorce her right now. And we showed you the reference before, you remember? The husband, he have to divorce her immediately if the eyes of the Prophet fail into her mom. A Muslim saying to us, you Christian, you are doing that, you are a big fat liar. You are the Muslims who do that. You know, you Muslims, you don't even respect women to the point you divorce, you marry, you divorce, you divorce. Every day you can divorce and marry. In Christianity, divorce and marriage is very strict. In Islam, you can have 4 and 5, which means 5 some together party, sex party. And this is official and legal. And then the women, if she got divorced, she have to go and have to sleep with different husband in order to get back to her husband. Have you ever heard of a filthy cult more than this? Imagine your mother. She was divorced by your father and he said to her, you are divorced 3 times. And then, you know, she have kids from you know, from this man, and she want to go back. I mean, she did not do anything wrong. It's not her fault. Muhammad, he come with a filthy cult rules saying if your mother, she was divorced 3 times, she cannot go back to her husband until she marry another mule, and he have to jump on the top of her. And I can show you the reference. It says she have to taste his juice and he have to taste her juice. Are you there, Muslims? Am I lying? What kind of cult says if you divorce your wife 3 times, she cannot go back to you unless she sleep with a new man? And what the purpose and what the wisdom? The Muslim, they will say to you, oh, this is a penalty for the man, so he will not you know, exaggerate with the word divorce. But my friend, you know, you said to him 3 times. What about you say it for him from the first time? If you divorce her, you cannot have her forever. What this is about is sleeping with a new man. And still men, they do it. I mean, you make it 3 times and now she have to sleep with a new man and still they divorce her 3 times. What about you make the divorce very strict and very hard? It's not just a word we say. Divorce in Islam is so easy. You just say you are divorced, that's it. There's no need for a court, there's no need for anything. You are divorced, even you can send a text message. A woman in the kitchen, the guy is driving his car, he sent her a text message, you are divorced, get out. And then you will find that the Muslims, they suffer from this rule, which is obviously perverted rule. So we see a woman, she married a new man. in order to get back to her previous husband. The new man is old, and she thought to herself, well, if he tried to sleep with me, I will not let him do it, and then he will get rid of me, he will divorce me, so I can go back to her, to my husband. And this is the story in front of you in Sahih al-Bukhari, as you see. All right, in Sahih al-Bukhari. Thank you for everybody who is helping in donation, we appreciate you. In Sahih al-Bukhari, you will see that a woman, she came to the prophet wife, and she was beaten by her husband until her clothes became a greener, sorry, her skin became a greener than her clothes. And Aisha, she said, I have not seen any women suffering as much as I believe in women. What the story is about? The story is about this woman. She married a new husband because the previous husband, he divorced her 3 times, and now she don't know what to do, how she can get back to her husband. There's no way. The only way is to find a new husband, to sleep with her, and after he sleep with her, she can go back to her previous husband. I mean, how in the world that can be a religion? And now this woman, this poor woman, as you see, she get beaten by her husband, the new husband, and Muhammad now is investigating the issue because the man, he came over, and she told him that my husband, his private part is not working. The man, he said, she's a liar. I swear by Allah, I can satisfy her. Look at the conversation. This is a conversation with the Prophet of Allah. She said, by Allah, I have done nothing wrong to him, but he is impotent, and he is as useless as this to me, which when she is holding her the clothes of her fabric, which mean, you know, his penis is not working. Abdul Rahman said, by Allah, messenger, she told a lie. I'm very, very hot, horny man, brother. I can satisfy her, but she is disobedient and want to go back to Rif'a. She want to go back to Rif'a. Allah messenger said, if this is your intention, then you know that it's not lawful for you to marry Rif'a again unless you had sexual intercourse, according to the translation. But the fact, by the way, it doesn't say that. It says in Arabic, حتى يذوق عسيلتك من عسيلتك أو سيلتك, حتى he tastes your juice. Literally, until he tastes your juice. Imagine the prophet of God saying to a woman, she want to go back to her previous husband, she don't want this guy. Oh, you cannot do that. The only way you can go back to your previous husband, this man, he have to taste your juice, not intercourse as they say here only. It mean intercourse at the end, yes, but you know what does that mean? He have to taste her juice. If we go to different hadith, just to show you how they lie, copy this word just to search for the exact same story, and you will see how they lie in the translation. Look here at the translation. Here, until he consummate his marriage. It doesn't say that. Liars. Look at this here. This is different translation. You see the Muslims, I mean the same story, the same sentence. Look how the translation changed. It says, no, until you taste his sweetness and he tastes your sweetness. So if you are saying to me that Islam is a religion and Muhammad, he is a person who speak from God, what is that? This is sex party, this is hippies. What tastes your sweetness and he tastes your sweetness? I mean, and this is just because a woman, she want to go back to her husband. So now we force her to taste the juice of the new man, and he have to taste her juice, and then after that she can go back. If this is what Islam is about, then what hippies is about, what hippie movement is about. sex with everybody. Now you are forcing the women to go around, sleep around with the new men just because she want to go back to her babies. She have children from the previous husband. The poor woman, she is trying desperately to go back. And always, you know, we notice that when you speak to a person who is establishing a cult leaders, they focus very much in sex abuse, which means they abuse you sexually. If you remember the story, where a woman, she been ordered to do breastfeeding for adult. A woman, she have a person coming to her house, and he is supposedly like a servant or a slave or something like that, and the husband, he don't like this man to be in the house. He feel jealous. He's a man. So the husband, he said to the prophet, he says to this woman, suckle him. What? To imagine the problem is a man, a strange man in the house, and he is a grown man. Muhammad saying to the wife, suckle him, give him your nipples. The woman, she said, how I can suckle him and he is a growing man? Hmm? Have you ever heard of a stupid cult more than this, like this? No, nobody can compete with Muhammad. We have to be honest here. Here you notice that Muhammad is relaxed, sitting in his couch, and this woman is complaining she have a problem. A man, a growing man, come into in her house, and the husband, he don't like to see this man around. So now what we do? The prophet, he got a golden idea. Bingo, suckle him. And the wife, she said, what? How I can suckle him and he's a growing man? And now supposedly, if the woman, she suckle this man, he will not be looking at her in a dirty way. I wonder how many men they would like this idea if we practice it. Abbas, he don't like what we say. Should we give him a should we give him a chance to call us? What do you think, guys? Look like Abbas, he have an objection about what we said. I don't know. Abbas always, he supposedly is a person who knows his religion, but I noticed that Abbas a speaker corner, but he speak only about corners. If you put him in a circle, he have no idea what to talk about. So Abbas, do you like me to give you a call? Do you want to say something to us? Text me in Skype if you like me to call you, or if you like to call me, feel free. So as you see, Muhammad here, obviously, he don't respect Muslims, he don't respect their women, and he think about them as sex toys to play with. And then we find that Aisha herself, she was ordering her sisters to suckle any men when they enter upon her. How in the world we can say Islam is a religion then? Even the word cult, it is not fit. In order to see Aisha, you have to suckle the sisters and the nieces of Aisha, so you can be allowed to enter upon Aisha. Aisha, I'm coming tomorrow. Get your nieces ready. And really, I am hungry. And by the way, those women, they don't have milk. I mean, do you think women have milk always? Why do you think she's even a goat? She don't have always milk. Women, they have milk when they give birth. As simple as that. If you think you can suckle a woman and get milk from there, so I wonder she is suckling what and doing what? What the point of the suckling? What exactly they are suckling? Nipples? We Muslims, we cannot shake, we don't allow our women to shake hands with men, but you can shake the boobs of our wives and you can suck them. I mean, this is very conservative. No, Aisha, she will not do that. She is the wife of the Prophet. Aha. You see here the hypocrisy too. Muhammad, not only that, Muhammad, he made the chapters in the Quran saying that his wives, they cannot marry any man after him. That's it. Allah ordered. That's it. This is how much this person is perverted, and he is in control, and he is jealous. He marry all those women, but now he want to be sure that nobody after he die is going to have sex with them. He have no problem to have sex with women after their husband, but nobody can have sex with the wives of Muhammad after Muhammad. And if you ask a Muslim, if is a Muslim woman, she's allowed to marry after her husband pass away, actually they say to you, yeah, it's even encouraged. Okay, so why the wives of the Prophet, they cannot? Oh, because he's a prophet. Anything have to do with the Prophet is a privilege. Muhammad is above the law, is above God, is above Islam. Islam is not made for Muhammad to follow. Islam is made for Muhammad to control. This is why you see Muhammad, he do nothing with Islam except controlling Muslims, but he himself don't follow Islam. A Muslim, he can have only 4 wives. Muhammad have unlimited numbers of women. He have unlimited numbers of women he can wish and give themselves. It's a privilege only for the Prophet. And as we showed you before, one of the privilege of Muhammad, that if a man, his eyes fall into a woman, her husband, he have to divorce her immediately. Do we have any Muslim here don't agree? So how we can consider this cult even to be, I mean, even a word cult, it is too much for it. Then the Muslims, because they knew that Islam is really stupid cult, they got a new idea. What about we try? These days people, they like science and the time of discovery, and we are exploring the space. So what about we say that the Quran is a book of miracles and full of science? The Quran, the book of Islam, contain scientific knowledge that could not have been known 1400 years ago. It ranges from to from. And if we examine each one of them, we will die laughing. No, Abbas is not blocked. No, that's not true. No. And actually, I can give him a call too. He said to you he's blocked. Here we go. Answer, Abbas.
Yes, hello, TV.
Yes, Abbas, how are you?
I am blocked. You just unblocked me.
No, you are not. I just told you 5 minutes ago to call me. Did you call me 5 minutes ago?
No. I tried to call you for the last 3-4 days ago.
Okay. Well, you know, not always I take calls. I say when you call. When I say people call me, people you can call me. Anyway, so what do you want to say to us?
No, I basically listen. I'm not going to make a long talk. I'm just about to go to bed soon. But I want to just the hadith about the woman, 3 divorces. You know that hadith you read. You kind of misinterpret the hadith.
Okay, you tell us what is okay. You tell us.
Well, I switched on only halfway when you were explaining. Tell me what's your problem with the hadith? What you trying to?
No, you tell me. You tell me. You know, I want to learn from you. What it's
mean? I only heard the last bit. Heard the last bit. I didn't hear
I did
the
not give
start
interpretation in front of me. It says you cannot marry him until you taste his sweetness and he tastes your sweetness. Do you see it?
Okay.
And so why she cannot marry? Why she cannot go back to her previous husband until this guy he tastes her sweetness and she tastes his sweetness? Explain to us.
This guy is her husband, second husband.
All right, and
it's not that Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam brings some guy from the street and say you must sleep with him. No
problem.
He is her husband, present husband.
Okay.
Now the thing is, the Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam telling her if she uses this man to be married with him to go back to the other husband, that's not fair with the second husband, who's her present husband now. It's not fair with him. So Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam basically making this rule. It's not he's making this rule, it's Allah make that rule. That just divorce is one of the worst things out of all the permissions Allah has given. This is one hadith about. This is the one of the worst things Allah like, which Allah have given permission. So what Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam trying to do here? Sorry, I was a little bit distracted.
Okay.
So what he's trying to do here is saying, look, divorce is not a joke. So if you both, your husband give divorce to a woman, he cannot have her back. It's not a joke. Unless she, by her own free will, marry with another husband, another man, and then he divorced her, or they took divorce happen, then she can come back to him. Another point we must remember, one thing we need to realize as well, that woman has a free choice. Nobody is telling her, go and marry that man and come back to him. If this woman wants to come back to the first husband, it's her wish, if she wants to do it, but she can't just do it. She has to go and sleep, or not sleep, marry with another man, and then come back to this man if she wants to come back. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So nobody's forcing her.
Okay.
So Muhammad Sallallahu making this rule here.
Can I make my comment?
Please, yes.
Okay. Who is the one divorced the women? Is it the husband divorced the women, or the women divorced the husband?
Husband divorced the woman.
So here the fault is the fault of who?
Husband, of course.
Okay. The women, she have babies, she want to go back to her children, and now we are forcing the women to sleep with a strange man in order to fix what the stupid husband he did. So look at this. Look, well, hold on. I gave you your time. So now look at the stupid logic. I divorced my wife. I am an arrogant man. I call her, you know, I said to her, you are divorced, and I said to her 3 times, and now she is out of the house, and now the poor woman, she want to get back. The husband, he willing is to accept her to go back, but there is rules. She cannot come back to me unless she sleep with a new husband. So now the poor woman, she have to find a new husband, just because her husband is stupid who divorced her, and now she is sacrificing her dignity and her honor, sleeping with the new man just for the sake of going back. So Allah did not punish the man. The woman is getting, excuse my language, is getting screwed is the women, not the man. What about your God? Allah saying to the man, if you divorce your wife 3 times, you cannot marry any women unless a man screw you. It is the man who divorced her. What about we punish the man when we say to him, if you divorce a woman 3 times, you cannot even ever have her again? Or what about we say to the man, if you divorce a woman 3 times, we will not even allow you to marry for the coming 10 years. There's many ways to solve this problem. If Allah is really conservative about divorce, but as you see, Allah don't care about divorce, because you divorce a woman by saying a word. What about we say that if you divorce a woman, she is still lawful for you by saying a word. It's still lawful for you for the coming 2 years to fix it. But no, you say one word and that's it, she is out. So your cult making the women a sex toy. And as you see here in the story we showed you, this woman, she went to a new husband, and the purpose of that is just to go back, and the man is beating her. And your prophet, look what happened here, there's a crime. Your prophet here, he took the side of the man who did beat his wife, and he made her skin greener than her clothes. And what is that about? He is saying that she is refusing to sleep with me. So you're a prophet saying you can beat your wife, make her skin greener than her clothes, if she refused to sleep with you, which means your prophet is encouraging rape. Obviously this woman, she don't want me. And you know, okay, let us say for the sake of argument, Muhammad, he made this rule, or as you say, your God, he made this rule, and now this woman, she's trying to fix what her husband did, which is not her fault, but she don't want to sleep with this man. How in the world I take the side of the man who is forcing her into bed, and he did beat her until he made her skin greener than her clothes, and then I give him a verse in the top of that saying a woman, you know, the man, he can beat his wife if he feel rebellions. So as you see here, Muhammad did not fix the problem, and this is not a problem of the women, but now it became a problem of the woman, because at the end of the day, the man, he have 4 wives, he can marry new wives, so he don't care. But the poor woman, she wanna go desperately back to her children's. Your God, you know, he's really funny, and he don't respect women's rights, and he don't respect a human being. If you divorce your wife, it's not her fault. It's your fault. Why your God don't punish you?
Yeah. Okay. Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, first of all, you said the man. I don't know what you're trying to say. Is the man is bad or stupid? Because you say it's man's fault.
It doesn't
Then
matter.
Man
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long you are the one who is controlling the divorce, you
Okay.
call it stupid, you call it smart, you call it, I don't know, but he is the one who divorced her, so it's not her fault.
I know. Got it. I got it. Let me make my point 1 minute. Now the woman being given divorce, she been mistreated by a man. Why this woman want to go back to that husband? You keep saying children, children, children. In Islam, the right is woman's right. She can take the children. The man has to look after the children. He has to pay for the children. This is the complete Islam. Man has to look after the children. And the woman doesn't have to go back to the stupid man.
No,
she doesn't.
my friend,
Why
that's not true.
Why
that's
is
not
she
true.
going back
That's
to the
not
man?
true.
If she
That's
wants to
not
go
true.
back to the man, she's stupid then.
That's not
It's her
true.
fault.
You lose your custody by the age of 6 to 7. That's it. So they are still children. So if they are 6, 7 years old, you cannot have them as a female. The father will have them. So now still they are children.
Where do you get that from?
You can go study Sharia law. I have a degree in Islamic law.
Okay, no.
So
Sharia law comes from
there's an
Hadith and the
age.
Quran,
There's an
yes?
age. There's an age for the female, and there's an age for the male. So based on your Sharia law, still both of them, they will be in the age of the children, and still you are stripping the women from her children's and giving it to the man. So the women, she can have them until as long they are very young, but the second they grow a little bit and they became 7, 8 years, the husband, he can take them and he strip them, and now they are his hand ownership for until forever. That's it. She cannot have them ever again. So a woman, she's still a woman. If she have a child, he is 9 years old, that still is a child. He is not a grown man. If she have a 7 years old a baby girl, she is still a baby girl. She is not a woman. So your religion is not being fair with the women. Secondly, the man is the one who divorced.
I will comment on that. Before that, I want to make another comment because you said a lot of things the last time. One thing I remember is this: that you said that man beat her. Yeah. Is this the part of the hadith as well? Because I said I missed the first beginning of the hadith.
Yeah.
So in this hadith, you say this man was beating her. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam told her, no, you have to go and sleep with him. Okay. Before you go back to the other husband. What he was saying is, if you want to go back to your first husband, you have to have a sexual relationship with your next husband.
What's the point?
If you let me make a point. She doesn't have to go back with this guy Abdurrahman. She doesn't. She could have divorced him straight away, but by divorcing him without sleeping with him, she cannot go back to the first one. She can have another husband, but she doesn't have to go with Abdurrahman. You must understand that.
What do you mean?
But since what I'm saying is,
she still have to marry a man. It doesn't matter who is the name is. She have to marry a man.
No, because he was beating her. So you saying
no. You see, no. Hold on. The man is beating her because she refused to sleep with him. Your prophet, he took a side with her. Sorry, with him against her. He did not even ask him why you are beating her. He said, well, you know what? If this is your intention, well, you should know you cannot do that. So he did not even mention why you are beating her, because the Quran says your women, you can beat them, chapter 4 verse number 34. And actually they say even this verse came before because of this story. So the man, he can beat his wife and he can teach her how to behave. So here your prophet no, my friend, okay, hold on. There's a hadith that says that if a woman, she refused to come to the bed of the husband, the angels will be cursing her until the morning.
Yeah, what beating has to do with it?
I'm asking you, is it true? If a woman, she refused. Why your prophet then? Okay, what is the punishment for the guy who did beat his wife and he made her skin greener than her clothes? Did your prophet say anything? Did he complain? As you see, he took the side of the man.
Okay, I just want to say, you misquote the verse of the Quran, chapter 4, verse 34, I believe. It's 434, isn't it? Where it says you can beat your wife.
Yeah.
Do you know when the Quran says what kind of a woman that you can even touch her? Beating is not like
what kind of a woman? What kind of a woman? Okay, what kind
what kind of a woman? You're talking about a woman here is a bad character woman.
Like what? Give us an example.
Like maybe she want to have an affair with other men.
That's
It's not like
that's false.
somebody,
That's
you know,
false.
cooking
That's
you
false.
food.
That's false. That's false. In Islam, if a woman she
That's
is
what
cheating
it
with her husband, don't lie. And you know what? I challenge you
I'm not lying.
no. Okay, when you say something, you have to give me the proof. Show me the reference that says that this is a punishment for a woman she wanna have a fear. Actually, the Quran is very clear. It says if you fear their rebellions, she did not even do anything yet. If you fear,
Have you, have you read the commentary on this?
yes. Which commentary you want me to show you?
Read Ibn Kathir if you want to.
Okay,
I
we'll
haven't
go
read
to Ibn
it. This
Kathir.
one,
Hold
but
on, hold
I
on.
read Maududi.
Everybody will be laughing
But
in a
read,
second about what you are
read
trying to say. Okay, are you sure you want me to read Ibn Kathir for you?
just read Ibn Kathir. I never
Okay.
read Ibn Kathir
All
about
right,
this
here we
verse, but
go.
read
This is
Ibn
Ibn
Kathir.
Kathir. Okay, don't give me your own fantasy. This is Ibn Kathir. Let us see what is there. And as you know, in English, always different from Arabic, but it's okay. We will go with it. All right, read with me carefully. It says, "الرجال قوامون على النساء." Men are protectors and maintainers of women. Meaning, it's responsible for women, and he is etc. And why? Because he spent money on her, because he spent their means on them. So women in Islam is like a hooker, because you spend money on them, you can control them. He continue. Hold on, I'm reading Ibn Kathir.
Like
I'm not reading my own.
like
And this is Quran, by the way. This is Quran. Because they spend their money on them. Because this is Quran. This is not Ibn Kathir. Okay. Meaning,
because
he says,
men are the providers.
no, because they spend their money. This is about the dowry. This is about the providers. This is because they gave money. They bought them already. The dowry is buying the women. He owned them. And now he continue. وَالرِّجَالُ عَلَيْهُنَّ دَرَجَةً. So the men, they are higher than them. And then he says, let us see what it says about beating the women.
Christianity.
Okay, hold on. Here we go. Read with me. As for women,
at the head of the wives. What are you talking about,
my friend? In Christianity, the man, hold on, the man is the head of the house, but he have to be the same as a Christ.
No, man
hold on,
no. Woman.
You know, you see, okay, but Jesus, he compared the women to the church. As Jesus, he sacrificed himself to the church. This is what the man should do to his wife, so she is almost holy, the same as the church is holy for every Christian. In Islam, the woman is a whore, as you see, and read with me carefully. Hold on, hold on, don't change the topic. As for those women who is part to see ill conduct, you will see ill conduct, meaning a woman whom you will see ill conduct with her husband, such as when she act as if she is above her husband, or disobeys him, or ignores him, or dislike him, and so forth. Do you see anywhere it says she is a cheating, you liar?
It's Ibn Kathir you're reading, yeah?
Because I'm not looking at the screen. Yes, it's Ibn Kathir, upon your choice. So if a woman, she ignored her husband, he said to her, make some tea. She did not make the tea right away. I can beat her. If I said to her, make the lunch ready, and she did not do it right away, or she do it slow, like she is not really excited to do it, I can beat her. So why you are saying to me this is about cheating? Why you are liking or dislike him, or disobey him, or ignore him?
Can I say something?
Yes, say something.
So you saying this is maybe as little as not making a food? Yes.
I'm not saying it's in the front of you.
No. I'm just asking you. I'm confirming from you. That's what it is. Yeah.
I am not saying this is your religion. This is your religion. It's in front of you.
Now follow the logic.
Stop saying to me. You are saying. You ask me for Ibn Kathir. Here we go. Ibn Kathir in front of you. He is saying. Go ahead.
CP, I was on the bed. I'm on my phone right now. Sorry, I'm not watching the screen, but I'm believing what you're saying. I trust what you're saying. Okay.
Okay.
Now follow the logic, for God's sake. You say, for as little she's not making you tea. Now you have to beat her. But remember one thing before the beating. What it says. You sit down and talk to her.
Scream at her. Admonish her.
Admonish her. Let me say.
Admonish her. Admonish her. School her. School her. Tell her, you idiot, you stupid. Why you are not making my tea for me? This is what it says. And then you have to jail them. You have to jail them in their rooms. Is that true or I'm lying? Look what your prophet. Look what your prophet. No, I'm reading Ibn Kathir. I'm reading Ibn Kathir in front of me. Look what your prophet says. If we are to command anyone to prostrate before anyone, I would have command the wife to prostrate before her husband. Imagine, he is saying, if I am going to order a human being to bow down to someone, that will be the wife bowing down to her husband. Why? He is God.
Sorry, say that again. What do you
You're
say?
a prophet saying if we're to command anyone to bow down before anyone, I would have commanded the wife to bow down in front of her husband.
Can I say something now?
Say something.
Okay, because you're not letting me speak. Please let me speak. I'm going to finish my point again, what I was saying. Now, I'm saying you don't have to believe. The logic is this. My wife didn't make tea for me. I say, you know what? Sit down here, let's have a chat. You know, make tea for me. Why are you not doing it? Let me have a discussion. Okay, now, you're still not making tea for me? You're not sleeping with me. I'm separating my bed with you. I'm sleeping somewhere else.
Okay, what about third time? Third time she did not make tea.
You're still not making tea for me? Now I'm going to beat you. Are you really thinking this is how stupid it works? This is how stupid logic you're following?
You are the one who just said that to me. And this is what it says. This is what it says, my friend. This is what it says. You lied to me. You said this is about the cheating. Okay, hold on. Why you are lying? It's you who said this is about cheating. It's Ibn Kathir. He says if the wife, she is ignoring her husband. Let me read for you again. What's wrong with you? It says if you see ill conduct with her husband, such as she act if she is above her husband, which means like she said to you, you make your tea for yourself. You can beat her or disobey him. You beat her, or ignore him, you beat her, or dislike him, you beat her, and so forth. So you are the one making fun of your Quran now. So you say to her, make tea for me, and she refuse, disobey you. So what do you say? You beat her. You are saying to me this is stupid logic. You are making fun of your Quran.
Because when I read Maududi explains differently.
What Dudi, my friend? What
anyway.
Dudi? Who is Dudi? This guy? This guy, he just made a book yesterday.
Okay, as you say, let it go, let it go. Now I'm going to make a point.
We have Quran, and same time. Look at this. Your prophet said that if I've been ordered someone to bow down to someone, is going to be the woman bowing down to her husband. And then he says, if the women, she here, read with me. If a man asks his wife to come to his bed and she declined, the angels will keep cursing until the morning. Why?
Okay, I'm going to answer you. You know about the bow down. If I have to order somebody to bow down, I have to order wives to bow down to men's. You know the full hadith. You know the whole hadith.
No, tell me what is the whole hadith. Go ahead.
Do you know the context of the hadith?
You tell me the context. Go ahead. Let us talk together.
I tell you the context. This is what not very right of you to misquote the hadith. The full hadith is this. One man came, one of the companion, and he came, he was going to bow down to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, stop, why are you doing that? He said, I went to the village called Hira, and there are people there, they are bowing down to their leaders, to their lords. And I said to myself, you are a prophet of God, you are more deserving than those people. So you are more deserving than them. But Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, tell me, when I die, will you bow down to my grave? He said, no, I will not. So why are you doing that? If I have give permission to anyone to bow down, I would have told the wives to bow down to husbands, but bowing down is only for Allah. This is the full context of the hadith. It's not that he's picking this one kind of command.
Let us laugh at your explanation. What is the connection between a woman bowing down to her husband and bowing down to Allah? You just said, according to you, hold on, according to you, you just made the man for the women is the same as God for you as a Muslim. This is what you just said to us. Everybody is laughing. So look how silly what you said. Muhammad, he believed that a man, he is God for the women. So if I order somebody to bow to somebody, I will order the woman to bow to her husband. So Muhammad, he could not find someone to do the bowing, deserve to do bowing to a man except the wife. And this is how Islam look at the women. She is no one. Why she have to bow down to the husband? Who is he?
Can I say something?
Say something. And did your prophet, hold on, did your prophet, he says that the woman, if she lick the pimples of her husband, she did not do enough to him?
I never read this hadith, but I believe the hadith is not authentic. Okay, so let's not go there.
Not authentic.
But I haven't read the hadith, but we talk about it after. Let me make this point here. You just say about, look how stupid that is. That means husband is equal to God. You're missing the point here. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam says bowing down is only for Allah. If it was permitted,
that's a lie.
for
That's a lie.
anybody,
That's a lie.
if
That's
it
a
was
lie. That's a lie. We
Sorry?
can show you tons of stories about people bowing down to Muhammad. And same time, what about your God Allah?
No,
He is ordering the angels to
let-
bow down.
why
Hold
don't I
on.
finish
Hold
my
on.
point?
Islam is a stupid religion, my friend. How Allah himself is the first even one to order angels to bow down to a man. Is that true?
Can I finish my point first? Because you just
No,
make
we
your
cannot
point
jump.
and you didn't let me
We
finish the
cannot
point.
jump
So
like
people think
monkeys.
that I don't
No,
have the
no,
answer
no.
to that.
When you lie about something, I cannot let it go. Did your God Allah order
Let you lie all the time.
order the angels to bow down to Adam? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of God he order angels to bow down to a man? I thought if you do that, you are committing shirk. You are worshiping different God, because bowing is an act of worship. So how now I am God and I order my angels to bow down to a man? What was the logic of that?
Okay. So just for the listeners, that you didn't let me finish my point. I had the answer.
No, we will finish. We have time. We can go back, but you just said something is not true. So I have to stop you here.
Okay, I'll answer that as well. I answer
go
that
ahead.
as well. Nowhere in Islam or in the Quran, anywhere it says that Allah asked angels to worship Adam. That is the first point you must understand. He does not say the worship. Now, what is worship? Worship is following the commands of God. That is a true worship. The command of God is a worship. Now, God commands you to bow down to that thing. You are not worshiping that thing, but you are worshiping your God for following his command. This is the true worship. So Allah commanded the angels, and they follow the command of their Lord.
No, the command is what? The command is what? But what is the command? What is the command? To bow down to who?
Command was to bow down to Adam.
Thank you. So the one he will bow down in front of who? Is it Allah or Adam?
The command was Allah's command.
No, this is not the question. This is not the question.
Yes.
This is not the question. They are bowing down in front of who? In front of Allah or in front of Adam?
They are doing the action of bowing down.
In front of who?
In front of the Adam. In front of Adam. Yes.
Why?
So you meaning when you bow down to something, you're worshiping that thing? That's what you're saying?
So you in Islam, you are the one who just said to me, we bow down only to Allah.
as a worship.
Abbas, a second ago, you are the one who said to me, we've been ordered only to bow down to Allah. So you are the one who just confirmed that bowing down is only should happen to Allah. So how Allah he ordered angels to bow down to a man? So the first one who commit shirk and he taught shirk is your God. He forced angels for no reason. And actually, by the way, how stupid is why even he's asking them to bow down to Adam?
Why is Allah is no, I wouldn't say Allah is testing angels, but it's an example for us. When Allah says something to you, you just follow the command.
That's false.
Don't ask.
That's false.
Don't ask.
That's false, my friend. The angels, yes, the angels, they accuse Adam that he will do mischiefment. Correct?
Angels accuse Adam. No, they were talking to Allah. They didn't accuse Adam.
They accuse Adam talking to Allah. Yes, they accuse Adam talking to Allah that he would do mischiefment. Yes or no?
Yes, they did. Yes.
Okay, so because angels they accuse Adam he would do mischiefment and Allah don't agree with them, Allah he decided to punish them for doing that. And look what happened here.
I'm missing the point here. Allah what? Disagree with them?
He disagree with them. Yes, he disagree with them. They say that
Allah,
Adam,
I know something which you don't know.
Yes, that's he actually in the Quran says with them, well, you are a liar. He said to them clearly, read with me, chapter 2 verse number 31. And then he taught Adam all the names, and then he showed them then to the angels, and he said to them, which mean to the angels, inform me the names of those things if you are truthful. If you are truthful, which means if you are not lying. So the angels they accuse Adam he would do mischiefment. Allah wanted to prove that he is the one who know and they are wrong about Adam. He will not do mischiefment. And later Adam did mischiefment. So Allah is a false God and the angels they are truthful.
Now did Adam end up as a mischief person?
Absolutely.
So he didn't repent, no?
Doesn't matter. Did he do mischievement or not?
Doesn't matter. Angels didn't see as far
My friend,
as God
hold on. Who care about repent or not? They did not say he will repent or not. They said he would do mischievement. Allah, he said to them, you are wrong. And if you are a truthful, tell me the names. He made a quiz, which is a stupid quiz. Imagine I call my dog Susu, and then I ask you, what is the name of my dog? And you say, I do not know. And this is a proof that I am God because I know his name is Susu. That is the most silly, stupid argument. So the angels, they accuse, hold on. The angels, they accuse, hold on, Abbas, hold on. The angels accuse your God that he creating someone he would do mischievement, and then Allah, he said, I don't agree with you and you are liars. And then when they could not tell the names, then he ordered them all to bow down to Adam as a penalty.
Oh, really? As
yes,
a penalty?
It's in front of you.
Can you, is this your words or is the words of the Quran?
It's in front of you. No, it's not my word. Because why he ordered them to bow down? Because simply they accuse Adam of mischievement.
Penalty. I know you write in the Quran. I know you write in the Quran.
Just go. I mean, I feel sorry for this guy. As you see, the angels, according to the Quran, they made a mistake. And there is two mistakes here. They question the order of Allah of creating someone. His name is Adam. And they add an accusation to that.